Hi everybody, this is Kathy K with Google Minute. Google has recently updated their calendar, and right now you have an option between using the new calendar and the old calendar, but pretty soon it's not going to be a choice. So I'd like to show you a few things in the new calendar that I think is pretty useful and give you an overview of the new look for the calendar. So this is just a plain simple personal calendar. It doesn't really have anything on it, so you can't really see a big difference. But if I switch back to my school calendar, I don't want to stay on this one too long for obvious reasons, but this is the old calendar. So if I want to get to the new calendar, I'm going to click on use the new calendar and upgrade now, and you'll probably see a big difference. But the colors are a little bit more subdued. It's got some features that are pretty neat. Anyway, so I'm going to use the week view here. If you are somebody who doesn't want to see the weekends, you can click on right here under week or day or month or however you see your calendar, and you can uncheck show weekends. So you can have them or not. The other thing is you can change how many days you see in your week under your settings. So if you want a 2-day calendar or a 3-day calendar, you can do that under your settings as well. If you don't want to use the new calendar right now, you can switch back by clicking on the gears and going back to classic calendar. And you can just go right back to the old one. So the first thing I just want to show you really quickly so I can get out of this calendar is if I'm in the day view and I want to compare my schedule to somebody else's schedule, I can click on, if I have their calendar, I can click on their calendar and I can do a side-by-side view. So there is a calendar there, and so I can view different calendars. I have another one here, but because of the screencast I can't get to it. But if there are other calendars, I can view more than one or two side by side. So that's pretty cool. So you can try to find a common time where you guys can all meet. So I like that idea. The other thing I really like on the new calendar is if you just, let me shut the weekends off because I'm not used to seeing the weekends on my calendar. If you just click on a day and time, you can get an event just like that by just clicking on it. So if I want to add an event or a reminder, now the reminder feature I don't see on the school calendar. I think it's something that admin has to push out, and they haven't done that on the admin console for whatever reason. So when you do this on your school calendar, you may not see a reminder, but I like the reminders because it reminds me I have things to do. So it's pretty neat. So I'm going to just add something in here, and so I'm just going to add a meeting for 12:30 to 1:30 on the 18th, and I'll save it. The really cool thing is that if your meeting goes over or you made a mistake, you can just drag this and block out more time, which I think is pretty neat. I really like that idea. As far as the reminder, so I can just put a reminder here to tell me that my Google Minute, I should try to think about doing that, and I'll just save it. So that's the difference. Here's an event, here's the reminder. Just clicking on them, you can edit them. So if you want to add things to your event, so what I think is really neat is you can actually add people, and you can now put attachments from your Google Drive. You can put notes in here, which is I think really great for people who are trying to collaborate their lesson plans and your grade levels and everything like that. You can easily share your documents through your Google Calendar, which I think is going to actually make my life easier because now I can leave notes on what I taught what class, and and I think that's a really great idea. Let's see what else we have for you. We can connect to Google Hangouts through here as well. So just clicking on Hangouts, and then I can add people and they'll get an invitation to join my video conferencing if I wanted to do that. So some of the other things are still the same. You can repeat or make it an all-day thing. So it's save. So you can, go back and edit as you need to. You can also add an event by clicking on the plus sign in the bottom right hand corner, so it brings you kind of to the same screen, and I'm pretty sure we're all used to that. So I am just going to save it just for now, so I can't do much when this screencast is going. Not only can you go here for the settings for your calendars and things, but now over for your calendars itself, if you click on the dots next to them, you can change the color, and there are some settings here. So you go back to your settings that you're probably used to, where now you can share your calendar with other people. You can make them collaborators, or they can add things to the calendar. So I think it's a really great idea when you're trying to collaborate in your grade levels or your subject matter. And if you get into that, you can also change the HTML to make the calendar suit your needs if you're into that kind of thing. Where you'll also change your notifications. When do you want to be notified, or if you don't want to be notified of any new events, you can click none. So changed events, canceled events, they're all under here, and you just choose how you want to be notified. And here are your URLs if you want to share them, if you want to embed it into your website, or you just want to share it with people. This is where you go to do that. So those are a few things. There are some more, and hopefully I will be able to get a couple more Google Minutes up with the new calendar. So if you have any questions, let me know. Until next time, thanks for watching.